Hello there, Mia Gradney here with a look at what's making headlines in Houston, starting with a truly shocking turn of events. A Splendora high school teacher has been arrested after investigators say she stabbed herself, then claimed she was assaulted by a student. The false report sparked a massive law enforcement response and even caused a lockdown lasting several hours. Orko Manna has more on the investigation.
I called my mom and she started crying like it was just unacceptable.
18-year-old Splendora High School senior Kelly Garcia tells me she was scared after the campus went on lockdown this morning. Nearly 100 law enforcement officers from several agencies responding to the school after a teacher claimed that a student attacked her. Garcia says it was absolute chaos.
Just to see all the kids like running the opposite way and the teachers yelling at all of us to get in a room.
But the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says the teacher, 53-year-old Nicole Truelove, was lying.
The injury sustained to the teacher was self-inflicted. Evidence supports that this was a hoax.
Investigators say Truelove stabbed herself with a knife and then pressed a panic button, prompting a school lockdown. The motive is still unknown.
An adult has been stabbed in the chest. You are cleared in. Law enforcement's on scene.
Parents were notified about the lockdown, but not much else. Their kids frantically texting them.
And she said that she's seen the teacher start to stack the chairs in front of the door to make sure that no one could enter the room.
Immediately after the lockdown lifted, parents questioned why their kids were still on campus.
Their kids are distraught. They're scared. They're nervous. They want to go home.
But the school district says they followed their protocols to a T.
So the lockdown seemed appropriate at that time until we could get to the point where we were leaning towards self-inflicting and there not being an actual situation.
Eventually, parents who wanted to pick up their kids early could do so. Students disheartened by what happened. A teacher apparently caused all this. What does that make you feel?
Disappointed, upset, because it's just, I don't understand how somebody can do that and make everyone feel like we're in danger.
Orko Manna with that report for us. Thank you. Now, a new reaction to a new rule that will limit when Houston police can contact immigration officials. The city council voted to do away with a policy during traffic stops that allowed HPD to wait half an hour for an ICE agent to collect someone with an immigration warrant. The decision triggered strong reaction from both sides of the debate. Anayeli Ruiz now has more.
Tonight, changes to how the Houston Police Department handles the encounters with undocumented individuals. Just a few weeks ago, the mayor and the police chief said HPD officers could wait 30 minutes for federal agents to pick up illegal migrants on non-criminal administrative warrants. But 3 council members who spearheaded this change argued that policy was unconstitutional.
We are eliminating the 30-minute rule that required them to sit on the side of the road for up to 30 minutes to wait for ICE. That's not a good use of taxpayer dollars.
It states officers may only detain someone as long as necessary to complete the purpose of the stop and cannot extend it just to contact or wait for federal immigration authorities. City council members stress this applies only to administrative warrants, not criminal cases.
Immigrants who commit a Class B misdemeanor or above, or who have an outstanding criminal warrant, will still go to jail, just like always.
But the Houston Police Union president says he disagrees with this policy.
We had a clear policy, one that was working. We did not have issues like they have up north, yet they chose to make it an issue, and now it's going to put our officers in jeopardy.
He tells me moving forward, the union will no longer support those who voted for this policy.
They're not going to get our support until we rectify this issue.
When I asked if this included Mayor Whitmire, who spearheaded their pay increase last year,
he sure was. But this is an issue that we have to make sure our officers are protected.
The 5 council members who voted against this policy say they're worried about legal ramifications.
Taking away this guidance creates confusion and exposes the city of Houston to potential legal challenges.
But supporters argue the policy keeps the focus where it belongs.
When it comes to law enforcement, the focus should be on criminals, whether you're here legally or illegally.
Anayeli Ruiz with the story for us. Thank you. Harris County is nearly a month out now from runoff elections. A former Houston mayor and a former city council member are hoping to become the next Harris County judge. Marcelina Benito sat down with Denise Parker and Letitia Plummer as they fight for the Democratic nomination.
It was one of the biggest surprises on primary night.
You were so close to avoiding the runoff as a whole.
It was frustrating.
Yeah. Former Houston Mayor Anise Parker.
We will win it in May.
Falling just 3 points short of an outright win.
Do you think you surprised folks with the results a few weeks ago?
Absolutely. They were surprised. I wasn't surprised.
Former councilmember Letitia Plummer forcing this race into extra innings.
Now that we're in a runoff, we can create a clear distinction between the two candidates.
Both women now resetting and making their case again to Harris County voters.
What's the clearest contrast between you and your opponent in this runoff?
Experience, hands down. There is no challenging decision that I could make as county judge that I haven't already been faced with as mayor. No one else is better qualified.
Plummer calling Parker's experience, quote, dated.
What did you mean by that?
It's the past. She's coming from a perspective of what it used to be, not what it is now. People in Harris County want something different. I'm the most progressive candidate in this race.
What is your response to it?
It's better to have some experience than no experience. Let me just lay that there.
Both laying out their priorities for Harris County.
I want to look at is making sure that we're looking at everything, focusing on quality of life challenges. Now, if I were to pick one piece that I want to really focus on, it's the Harris County jail system.
Those priorities are set by the public, and they want to be safe, they don't want to have water in their houses, and they want the economy to pick up.
And looming over this race,
I don't want to be a part of this nonsense.
County Judge Lena Hidalgo. She's not running for re-election, and so far, staying on the sidelines. The two candidates fighting to replace her, promising change.
Under my oversight, it will look very, very different.
The public deserves to be able to see their elected leaders working on issues, not, sniping at each other.
Parker or Plummer will face either Republican Orlando Sanchez or Warren Howell. They're in a runoff of their own. And you can watch our full interviews with Parker and Plummer. They're up right now on KHOU.com. Back to you.
Appreciate the story, Marcelino. Thank you. We're also now just a few months away from the FIFA World Cup games coming to Houston. Wednesday evening, Houston business leaders gathered for an early celebration as they prepare to put the Bayou City on a global stage. Maria Aguilera here now.
For Houston area businesses, the World Cup is coming fast. The focus right now, preparation and opportunity. At Pitch 25, Bank of America, an official FIFA sponsor, bringing business leaders together to talk strategy and build hype.
Business owners to get some excitement around the event and connect with one another to figure out how they're going to take advantage of the opportunity of hundreds of thousands of people coming to Houston.
Businesses expecting their biggest crowds yet and even bigger demand.
It will be more challenging with all the deliveries that we have to do, the logistics.
It's not just about game days, it's about long-term growth.
When you have people from all over the world visiting a specific restaurant, that restaurant will receive a lot of reviews, a lot of good reviews, and that will be very important for the future.
For Jonathan Patton with Woodson Bourbon Whiskey, this is the moment to shine.
It's going to be big for the city. It's going to be big for the brand, both brands.
With fans coming from around the world, Houston's diversity is front and center.
I couldn't imagine a better host city than Houston, so really looking forward to it.
It's a chance for Houston to show off on a global stage.
And we have plenty to be proud of. Maria Aguilera, thank you. With that, that's a wrap of your Houston headlines. I'm Mia Gradney.